We're very, very excited about this whole list deployment process, and getting started is very important in that it has some features that can give you the personalized touch and address the right market. But before we get into that, we want to re-emphasize again this whole concept of list deployment and the stumble on approach really is based on creating activity quickly, getting that list and getting started, as we mentioned, and not to be redundant again, but the speed of getting into the list is really significantly important in helping to generate that activity and that excitement and momentum, as opposed to maybe leading with a lot of fancy corporate sites and all those tools and stuff that are good, primarily good, especially in the follow-up process. But for the introductory, the stumble on approach, I think, allows a new person to get going quickly, because number one, they don't have to have any knowledge of their business. Now, they don't have to know any of the details, because a lot of times these companies already have all that in place. The second thing, they don't have to have any prior skill set in this industry. Just the ability to follow the recipe and to get that activity, it's very, very important. You don't need to have any real tools, so there's not any outlay of capital, and really more than anything else, you're just going to do something here with this stumble upon approach in the Vortex process that you do pretty much all the time, and that's talk to people on the phone, being quick, as well as sending emails. So the skill sets are very minimal in implementing this approach, and the scripting and the whole process is set up to help get things off the ground quickly. Now, to do that, you need to go to legdriver.com and go to the list deployment section, where you can then download the personalized email template and the introductory pipeline scripts, and we've got a couple of those available. One is for your warm market script, which is actually the script used for your immediate list, that 25 or more that we talked about that we wanted to immediately get into in the first 7 days. Well, this warm market script goes to that group. And then you have a referral market script, which is for your prospect or your team members. This is their list, and we're going to show you as an active upline how to use the same kind of process for helping to build into your team's list, which is really another key facet of the whole Vortex system. And then once you download those to your PC or your Mac, you want to personalize them as indicated in the document. So where you have instructions to put your information in, please do that, and then basically copy that off and then save it online. And you take those copies, and then you can actually put them in a laminated or vinyl protective sheet. You're going to be using those frequently. You want to be able to have access. Actually, you can even put them in a notebook, and you can follow those scripts, and that's a good way to keep your business right in front of you, and it's also portable. Many times I find myself doing calls away from my home office, and I can actually have those sheets copied and inside either my portfolio book that I carry with me everywhere I go, or in a notebook, so that I'm always ready and able to implement the process. So we want to get that done, and now what we're going to do is we're going to break down what each piece does, the email template, and we're going to talk about the scripts.